come off a little bit from the top, but let's turn our attention to the commodity space. And Manisha Gupta is standing by to tell us about that one commodity she's tracking. Morning, Manisha.
Morning, Nigel. Thank you for that. Well, there is risk appetite back. We've seen equities come back, and so is the case with metals as well. Overnight, we saw most of the industrial commodities gain up, and within that, copper prices gained up by nearly 2% in the overnight markets. And we seem to be holding those kind of gains in copper and aluminium, not so much in zinc. That has seen some more profit taking coming in right now. Well, it has been about the weakness in US dollar that seems to be supporting, and then hopes of strong demand. All the economic data that has come in from China has been slightly on the supportive side, and that tells you that the Chinese demand could be coming back. The one area that you need to watch out for is the construction and infrastructure. So the US home sales have seen a rise, and this has snapped a 12 months of slide. So the month of February actually coming in on the positive side. Not just US, take a look at the Chinese house completion numbers. And while last year it was a 15% of a decline on an year-on-year basis, this year until now we've seen that number gain up by 8%. So the house completion project numbers also seems to be positive. Copper prices, as I said, have rebounded from a 2-month low that we saw trading in the previous week. Last week, copper prices declined by 3.5%, but we've seen nearly 2% of a gain come in the overnight markets there. Excuse me. Various supportive factors continuing, and when you look at the copper mining and the export numbers from Peru, those also have declined by 20% in the month of Jan on a year-on-year basis. So there are supply concerns, not just from Peru, but Chile as well. Shanghai copper inventories in the month of have declined to a Jan 2020 low, and the LME copper inventories also have continued to decline. We're looking at them trading at a 3-month lows as well. There is support also from China cutting the reserve ratio, so that also brings demand coming back for many of these metal prices. And copper, being the Dr. Copper, has taken a lot of support from those sectors as well. Trafigura, which is the largest trader of metal, says that the copper prices will hit record highs within the next 12 months because it's not just about construction and infrastructure. It also is about demand for solar and EV that the markets anticipate will start to pick up by second quarter and especially in the second half of this year. These are the copper demand estimates coming in. Remember, 50% of global copper demand comes in from China, and Antic and CRU both believe that this year could look at 2.7 to 2.8% of a demand jump up in this year. That is supportive as well. The markets also are looking at stronger premium in the markets there, and that is what also has been supportive. So whether it's LME and Shanghai, the cash is higher than the 3-month trading, and that tells you that the demand on spot, on ground right now is supportive. Of course, we're all watching out for the US Fed meeting. That would give you further direction. But on a week basis, we've seen copper prices gain up by nearly 3%. No such luck with the other metals, which are still trading in the negative, but copper definitely ruling the roost.
All right, Manisha, thanks very much for that. That's commodities in focus. 60